Y'all know I didn't even get my dang on shades this morning. Beautiful day. Blessed to be in the land of the living. I'm telling you, it's going on today too, y'all. It's going on. I'm ready to begin working, making that money to survive. How about that? Today is Wait a Minute Wednesday. Wait a minute. I think I left my conscience on the front doorstep in the sixth dimension. That's what's her name? Smith. Will Smith daughter song. I like that. Wait a minute. Yeah, today is Wait a Minute Wednesday. We're halfway through the week. Wait a minute. So I want to say good morning to all my Basic Survivor family. We surviving this morning, y'all. We surviving this morning. So today I want to talk about just you know, I didn't get a chance to really elaborate on it yesterday, but over the past weekend I watched some great movies, y'all. And some of them was I don't know, they just been popping up about these survival movies. And I touched a little bit yesterday on a couple of shorts, but look, y'all got to go and watch A Long Way, and y'all got to watch Weapons. Those two y'all have to. But they had another one on there, great movie, and I'm just going to elaborate a little bit on them today. It's about basically how we have to survive today, to make some things that you may have to do. If y'all done seen the movie Long Way, if you hadn't seen the movie Long Way, please see that movie. It talks about some modern times, some great times, and things that's going on, like I said, that was going on in the movie. But there was another movie that came up called, I never did see the name of this movie, but what it is, it's got people trapped. The government trapped people in the building. And if somebody knows the name of it, you can put it in the comments. But it had like people trapped into a building. And the government didn't let nobody come outside. They made everybody stay inside, and they had to learn how to survive from the inside or wherever they was at. And it was a tough one, y'all. And I never did see the name of that movie. But I said, now that came up too on my timeline, and I watched the trailer on it. I got to go back and look to see exactly what that's about. And it's basically talking about the same thing. It's talking about kind of in hello, holla, Miami, holla, Miami. Was it Mamie? Mamie, what's up? Holla, Mamie. Haystack, don't confirm the government to the government, okay? If you seen Long Walk, Mr. Haystack, you'll know what I'm talking about. The Long Walk, y'all, that was some basic survival for your if you ain't seen the movie The Long Walk, you got to go and see that. You got to see that, because that was basic survival. And like I said, you never know what you're signing up for. You just never know what you're signing up for. When you sign up for this stuff, you don't know what you're signing up for. And in that movie, you'll see, I don't want to tell y'all the movie, but you'll see what basic survival looks like. So when I saw the movie, somebody had been telling me to watch it, a friend of mine, and I had said, okay, I'll finally watch it. I sat down and watched it. And I said, wow, this is really basic. They're really surviving. But they signed up for something that, oh, man, it sounded like a crappy deal to me, from the beginning, The Long Walk. But it just shows you the control that the government had and what people they was willing to do to survive. You see what I'm saying? To survive. The Long Walk. And I'm telling you, I enjoyed that movie, but it really hit on surviving. And it shows y'all, I can't tell you everything because I want you to watch it. It shows y'all what surviving looks like. Be careful what you sign up for. Now, I did say to myself when I watched the movie, this must be what it looked like when the military, how they do what they do together. In the military, You don't have no, when they go out on that battlefield, it ain't no, you know, it's everybody together on that battlefield surviving. So I said, this must be what it looks like. And we probably could only imagine what people that actually go to war and stuff like that, we probably could only imagine what the soldiers that actually go into real battle. How y'all doing? Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for tuning in. Yes. We could only imagine what the real soldiers, when they go to battle, what they really actually see on the battlefield for surviving. Once you see that movie, now that's just a little bit of it, but that's probably what it kind of looked like. When we have to survive together, we have to eat together, and I'm telling y'all, I saw some things in that movie that made me say, that made me say, what would I have done if that was me in that situation? Because you didn't have many choices to choose from on the long walk. You didn't have many choices to choose from. You had to do what you had to do when you had to do it. How you doing? I like your video. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Looks like the only, hello. The only rat in the world. Did I say that right? If not, forgive me. Sometimes, I'm gonna have to go get my ass tested. These words are kind of small. Hello, good people. Thank y'all for tuning in. Antonio, thank y'all. The only rat in the world. Oh, I like that. The only rat in the world. Shouts out to you. Thank you for tuning in. If y'all ain't seen that, oh, driving ready mix. Okay, Antonio. Okay, me driving ready mix. Now, what does that mean, Antonio? Yeah. Okay. I like the only rat in the world. But if y'all hadn't seen that movie, The Long Walk, y'all, please watch that movie. Because like I said, it's going to tell y'all basically how people survive together, how you can get in certain situations. Be careful what you sign up for, because you can get in certain situations, in a situation like that, and you don't have many choices to choose from. And you say to yourself, but you're doing what you got to do because you got to feed your family and stuff like that. In Houston, Texas. Okay, in Houston, Texas. Shouts out to Houston, Texas. That's what I'm talking about. Antonio said that's where he at, in Houston, Texas. The H-Town. You remember the group, the H-Town? Yeah, H-Town back in, what, the 80s and the 90s. I'm sorry, not 80s, but 90s. 90s and early 2000s. H-Town was a bad group. Yes, Houston, Texas, shout out to you. Thank you for tuning in. That's love. But if you hadn't watched that movie, Mr. Antonio, make sure that you watch that. Because you'll say to yourself, what would I do for surviving if I'm walking and I can't stop? And y'all, they show everything that you would have to do. Do you hear me? When you're walking and you can't stop. In certain situations, you don't have many opportunities to choose from. I'm talking about the movie The Long Walk. That's a good movie to base on basic survival. So like I said, I wonder how the soldiers must be kind of how they feel, just somewhat now, because we could never know what they really feel. And happy Veterans Day to all the veterans. Shouts out to you, Mag Mama. I got some friends there were some veterans, and guys, thank you guys for all that you've done. Thank you for your service. Shouts out to veterans, because yesterday was Veterans Day, y'all, and we got to honor our veterans. But that movie shows you about the survival of people coming together of all walks of life. And I'm saying to myself, if I'm walking, thank you, like my earrings, thank you. These little cheap things, but look, they work, don't. Thank you. From all walks of life. And they, oh man, y'all got to see it. You got to watch it. Because I said to myself, now, if I'm walking and can't stop, what do, Lord have mercy, And I know, y'all, I got a bad stomach. My stomach ain't always, it depends on, listen, what would you do? What would you do? What would you do? So you have to watch this movie because it's going to show you the basic walk of life. And if we all walk in the same way, we're coming from all walks of life, and we get in certain situations, how will we support each other? How will we? That is a great movie, The Long Walk. Yeah, it basically tells us about survival. So I thought that was an interesting something to talk about this morning, is that I really enjoyed that. At first it started off kind of a little bit, I didn't understand. It kind of started off a little slow. I was trying to see what's really finna happen, what's really going on. And it shows you what family look like, what true family look like, how people come together no matter what, and we're family. You hear me? And I said to myself, this must be what it's like on the battlefield with the soldiers and stuff like that, how they come together in the military. And it doesn't matter when you go out on that battlefield. Makes a survivor family. When you go out on that battlefield, you ain't worried about none of that. You worried about surviving. What we got to do to survive and get the job done. You see what I'm saying? Does that make sense, ladies and gentlemen? Basic survival. You say, I have to go to school, have amazing. Oh, okay, you do the same, baby. And you be careful. And look, get that education. Get that education while you can. The only rat in the world. Get that education while you can. I love your name. That name, the only rat in the world. I'll ask you later on what that's about. But bye-bye. And so it shows you basically how people come together. And that's the beauty of this country, because a lot of people say this country is like a melting pot. And we got a lot of things going on, y'all. And surviving today is one of the things that's going on, is learning how to survive together. Because it may just come down to that. It may just come down to that. But they showed you what true family looks like, how people came together. And man, they got put in all type. In that movie, you're gonna see people put in all type of situations. And you saying to yourself, if I'm in that situation, y'all, what would I have done? Would I have done with that brother or what that brother? Because I think it was all guys. I don't think it was no females. So it was like all guys, and they did what they had to do because, like I said, they was trying to support their family. We're talking about the movie The Long Walk. So if y'all hadn't seen that, you got to watch that movie. That was a great movie for basic survival and how we survive together. So I wanted to share that with y'all today, and just tell you to hold on. We can make it. We can make it, y'all. Whatever you're doing, you're getting your education, you're working your job, you're hustling, you're doing what you got to do. You got to stay encouraged, make it happen, and just hold on. Because today is Wait a Minute Wednesday. Wait a minute. We're going to survive today, y'all. We are going to survive today. We just keep it living. That's what they told me. You just keep a living. You said, what do you do in certain situations? You just keep a living. I don't like to talk about a lot of things about too much with a lot of things. We can look around us and see that with the news and a lot of stuff like that, a lot of stuff is going on. And we can't just, some things you can make a difference in. You can do something about. But some things you just have to keep a living. And we have to keep going for survival. Because trouble don't last always. And in that movie Long Walk, you're going to see that trouble don't last always. Because they eventually came to the end of their walk. But I don't want to tell y'all about the journey. You're going to have to watch the movie, The Long Walk, to understand the journey. Because the journey was amazing. The journey that they walked together, it was amazing. I try to see the beauty in a lot of things. I try not to look at that, because sometimes life can be already depressing, or you can go that way. It can be that, you can gravitate to the negatives, or you can gravitate to the positive side. I try to gravitate to the positive side of things, because God knows if you gravitate too much to the negative, you're gonna go off the deep end. You see what I'm saying? You're gonna go off the deep end. So you don't want to gravitate too much to the negative side of things. It's good to acknowledge. I see. I ain't no fool. I see the negative side of things. But you want to focus on the positive. But you do need both of these things, the negative and the positive. You need both of these things in life. You can't go out and start that car unless the negative cable is hooked up in the positive cable. You need the negative in the positive. As T.I. said, you need your haters, because your haters should motivate you to do better. They should be part of your motivation. The haters. They should be pickapoo. Thank you, pickapoo, for tuning in. Your haters should be part of your motivation. You need your haters. You see what I'm saying? When we surviving, you need your haters, because your haters is going to push you to want to do better, to keep doing better. They see you. They watching you. Your haters is around you, watching you, surviving out here. They watching every good thing you do, positive thing you do. They watching you, and they talking. They looking, because they looking for a way to try to make their negative overtake your positive. But don't look at the negative. Look at the positive side of life, the positive things. As the only rat said, they going to school. The only rat said they going to. Okay, baby, I got to holler at you, because she said she going to. They going to get their education. You see what I'm saying? They could be somewhere doing whatever, but the rat said they in school. The only rat is getting their education, because that's important. You see what I'm saying? They're gravitating toward the positive side of life and the positive side of things. We know there's a lot of things going on in this world. Some that we can and some that we just can't do nothing about. But we got to keep it going for basic survival. We got to, like the long walk, we got to keep it walking. I see it, but I got to keep it walking. And I'm just going to say this part on that movie. One of the guys that was walking, his shoe came off. His shoe, he walked so where his shoes just fell off his feet. Oh, God. I damn near stopped. Hey, man, it almost brought me to tears, some of that. The man was just walking and he lost his shoes. I said, oh, Lord, what he going to do now? But he couldn't stop. He had to keep a walking. In the movie, The Long Walk, he had to keep it walking. I said, this movie shows a lot of symbolism. He had to keep it walking. He had to keep it walking even though his shoes came off. And that's kind of how life is. You're gonna see this, and this and that, but you gotta keep going. One thing Steve Harvey said that I really liked that he said one time. I listened to him. I know a lot of people, but listen. He said a lot. He said something that really caught my attention. He said, one thing about it, if you give up, it damn sure ain't gonna happen. If you give up, it damn sure ain't gonna happen. I can't make it happen for you. Mama and daddy can't make it happen for you. Only you can make it happen. to survive out here. We got to keep surviving. You got to do what you got to do, but do it the best you can. Be the best tree, the best shrub on side of the on hill. If you're going to do it the best you can. Whatever. If you're going to work, make your money, go to work and do your job. Leave other folks alone. Stay out of other people's business. Do the best you can do. Make your money. Don't worry about the next person, but you make your money. Do what you got to do to take care and handle your business. Whatever it is. You can't worry about the next person because you can't fix their problem. You hear me? You can't worry about that. Take care of yourself. We gonna survive, y'all. Basic survival. Learn something. Learn how to survive, as grandma and them say. Get out of that bed. Rattle those pots. Get out of that bed. It's too much needs to be done. It's too much to see. It's a beautiful day. Enjoy your day. Get that sunshine while you can. You understand? I know it's tough. And I know it's hard. Not just for me, but for a lot of people. Especially a lot of people. But we have to keep it walking. Like the movie, The Long Walk. We got to keep it walking because this life is nothing but a journey. And as long as we on the journey, you going to see. In that movie, them men, they walked and they saw some of everything on that road. They always looking. In that long walk, I don't even want to tell y'all how long. When they say long walk, they really mean long walk. They walk some miles. But they on that journey, they saw it, whatever it was out there to be seen, they saw it. They saw it on that journey while they was walking. They saw some things out there that they didn't even know exist on that journey. Man, I'm telling y'all got to watch that movie. That movie is a great movie. And it really touched me because it gave me a broader look on what basic survival. And if you listen to some of them soldier stories, some of our military soldiers, they'll probably tell you, a lot of them that actually been to war, they can probably tell you what survival really looks like. See, survival comes in all type of packages out here. Some of us surviving, we're paying rent, we're paying, and it's hard because they're doing a lot of cuts and cutbacks and this and that. It's hard, but listen, y'all, you gotta do what you gotta do to survive. We're gonna make it. Young man lost his shoes, but he kept on walking with his shoes off. And God knows what his feet looked like at the end of the day. He couldn't stop because the shoes came out. They were ragged. They just come off his feet. And I didn't think about that. Now I said to myself, now, if that had been me, I would never have thought, damn, well, if we do this, what if my shoes tear up? That never would have crossed my mind on this journey. But what would I have done? But he caught a hold of the situation of his shoes tearing up, and he made the best of it because he couldn't stop. He had to keep it walking. So, ladies and gentlemen, today, Basic Survival Podcast, watch, like, subscribe. I'm going to always tell y'all something good and keep encouraging y'all for basic survival, how to survive. Enjoy the videos because everything we do in this life is a part of basic survival. Sometimes you need to laugh. Sometimes you need to cry. Sometimes you need to smile. Sometimes you need to be serious. It's a time for everything. All of that is a part of basic survival. Does that make sense? I ain't gonna talk y'all ears off this morning. I hope y'all enjoyed the basic survival message. And listen, watch, like, and subscribe and check to the channel. And I'm gonna be back on this thing with some more great positive information. Whatever I can share with y'all, I'm gonna share it. And that's gonna be that on that. So till the next time, y'all, enjoy your Wait a Minute. I love that by Miss Smith song. Wednesday. Wait a minute, Wednesday. We're gonna be alright. Okay, y'all. L's up to all my fans, friends, and family. One love. Y'all enjoy your day now. Enjoy your day.